Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Bug Fables playthrough. In the last episode, as we headed back to the Ant Kingdom to tell Queen Elizant that we had the final artifact, we were sadly met with the bad news that the wasps had invaded, and now we are basically caught up in a war between the Ant Kingdom and the Wasp Kingdom, as the wasps invaded, stole the artifact we had just recovered, and are now planning to come back again at some point. We were supposed to prepare and head over to the far grasslands, but on this episode we are actually going to not do that, and we are instead going to head over here instead and do some side quests. Stop! These items are not yours! Huh? You're saying we're liars? Explorers don't lie. You should check again. I know how to do my job. Don't you dare try to swindle me. To Team Snakemouth. What is the matter here? They're trying to steal Amber's items. We're not. Look at our permit. Would a Mackie-approved team ever lie for some cheap items? That permit's fake. What did you say? Really? It's missing its crystals. Haven't you noticed? This is obviously some cheap imitation. Thieves, and a fast to boot, you will answer for your crimes. Oh, I've just been told the very big news that that the parcel that I was waiting for has arrived. I'll get it at the end of the episode, because it's not like... I doubt anyone's going to run off with it, considering I live in the middle of nowhere, and it's really hard to see. Phew, good thing you're here. We had no idea. To heck with it. We'll just take these by force. Actually, I'm just going to go grab it, and then I'll explain how this works. I'm going to have to do some editing in this episode anyway, so I'll just cut to when I get back. Okay, I am back after panicking immensely because they showed a picture of it being outside our door and it wasn't there. But luckily, as I mentioned, I do live somewhere very rural, so it's very unlikely that someone would have run off with it, considering it was a microwave. But this is the reason why people who are in mail delivery like this need to knock on the door. Just because there's a car that isn't outside does not mean that people aren't in, and I had a headphone out the whole time so I could hear out. But honestly, it is so annoying that people just can't knock on the door. I would have heard the door and run down to get the parcel. But anyways, panic's over because I managed to find out where it was. Let's get back to the game. So anyways, this is a mini boss. First we're going to spy. Mackie's judgment was correct. You're not ready to be an explorer. It's not only to gain riches, but to help others. Now, let's count up your sins. Right, we're just going to spy both of them. Your inexperience shines through. You're really dealing with this whole thing the wrong way. Doesn't seem like you're willing to listen. Our ice will sneak past your defenses. Okay, so don't bother using any TP to start with. Oops. And there's a reason for this. Oops. And he just builds a tower. Which sadly takes 2 hits for Kabu to get rid of. And also blocks him from attack. Oops. Did not mean to do that. But yeah, this will have to be the last episode I record in this batch now because of that, unfortunately. Because I was going to have to edit this one anyways. Real explorers are this strong? Let's bail! Drats, we let them get away. Oh, thank you. I can't do enough to repay you. Pay no mind to it, Miss Amber. Your services are already most helpful. This is bad. They'll just come back and harass someone else. We have no idea where they'd flee to, though. Their permit's fake, right? Maybe they'll try to steal a real one? We'll check out the area near the association then. We shall as well. Let's get them with haste. Okay, so you can choose to heal up between this battle, but I should be fine. I barely took any damage. And I'm sure I'll be okay. But yeah, I need to complain about this thing that keeps happening, because this has been happening all the time. People who just drop off my parcels, or parcels that are for my house, just don't bother knocking on the door. They see that there's no car out, because my mum parks in front of the house and we don't have a lot of space, so I have to park down the road. They just assume that no one is there. So they just drop the parcel off, take a picture, and then leave, instead of actually knocking on the door. I do not understand why they can't just knock on the door, because it is extremely annoying that they continue to do this constantly. Also, there's a hidden crystal berry, and this time it genuinely made me worried, because I thought that they delivered it to the wrong house. So I was just wondering where our package was, and it wasn't there. But I found it in the end. It was left with a neighbour, so I was able to get it. But honestly, is it really that hard for people to knock on the door? I'm going to pick up these 2 badges as well. I probably won't be wearing that status relay. What about my inventory? Okay, we're fine for now. Anyways, next thing to do is to figure out where they ran off to. Also, the statue has fallen down, so you can't get that discovery at this point in the chapter. Now, this is actually quite tricky to find, and it took me a good 10 minutes in my practice file of just wandering around in this area, because it's actually hidden quite well. It's over here in this section here, where you need Kabu's dig ability. Halt, you criminal dorks! How'd you find us so fast? It's 'cause we're like actual explorers? Let's beat them into silence, Sen. Oi, that's not necessary. Eri, good job on locating the frauds. We won't waste our breath negotiating. Yeah, let's just beat them up. Darn, they're too strong. What do we do? Just give it up. There's a reason Mackie refused your application. What would he know? Y'all are just the Queen's lapbugs. No one has the right to tell us we can't explore. I get how you feel, but the answer wasn't to become criminals. It was to train and become stronger, so you could do the dangerous stuff. Don't lecture us. We'll see who needs to get stronger after this. Okay, so this is the proper fight. As we've already spied them, we don't have to waste time doing that, so that's why I recommend you do it in the first place. But we want to start with Sen. The reason being is because if you get rid of one of them, quicker, it will help you in the long run. So when he builds a tower like this, that is a sure sign to use Kabu's dash through. Because it gets rid of it instantly, because the tower has 5 or 4 health, I think. So it'll just fall down instantly. Yeah, it's gone. The one at the back can also heal constantly, so if you leave him alive, he's just going to keep healing and it will take longer. Yeah, case in point, and because he attacks straight away, well, you're just not going to really make any progress. So if you can get rid of one sooner rather than later... And I was also very lucky getting access or getting Levi this time. Okay, so you're going to be dead this turn. When they're on their own, their attack will rise. But I'm basically just going to burn all of my TP. Nice, okay. And I can finish you off this turn with regular attacks, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And there you go. A nice and easy mini-boss. Should get me enough for a level up. Perfect. Brilliant. And surprising literally no one, I'm going to be upgrading my medal points again, because I need as much as I can. Give it up! Oh, that was a terrible one. Give it up! You're super outmatched! Tuh, you preachy bunch. I did too much emphasis on the voice that time. Heh heh heh. You didn't notice our plan. Our escape route's clear. What the? Zzz. Heh, you think we're that much of a pushover? You didn't notice our plan. Incredible. Good work. We're going to ship these off to be judged. Thanks for your help. Let's see. Confiscate the permit and... they had this on them. You should take it, Team Snakemouth. And we get a law book. Pleasure to help. We'll see you around. Good luck in your other quests. Hehe, see you around. Okay, that's the end of that. There is also a dig spot here, which gives a danger spud, which I'm just going to drop that off straight away. But yeah, nice little hidden area there. But I'm not actually going to do, well, not one of the quests on the board next, and I'll tell you why. Because there is one quest that I've been wanting to do for a while, but the earliest I can do it is now. Because we needed to beat the Watcher in order to gain access to it. I can only store one more item, okay. I might need to start selling stuff then. Like these, because I never use these. So yeah, I'm just going to sell my numbnail darts. I have no use for them. There we go. Because there's no point in holding these items if I'm never going to use them. And last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to store 250 berries in the bank, because I'd rather get some interest on them, because I need a lot of berries for late game for what I plan to do. And I'm hoping that if, according to my calculations, I get this done well, I should be able to do what I want to do. Oh, I don't want to go back in there. Yeah, I want to go here. Welcome. Oh, it's you. You have 86 berries, and we deposited, what, 60? So we're going to put 250. Okay. So, the next thing that for me is, or the next thing that I'm doing is I am going to cut, and I will meet you guys back at Snakemouth Den, of all places. So I'll meet you guys when I'm over at Snakemouth Den. So see you guys in just a moment. On the way back to Snakemouth, I noticed that these two were here and they have some dialogue. Up ahead in the outskirts is Seedling Haven. It's just an area seedlings like to gather in. Don't know why though, but it seems it is easier to find golden seedlings there. Unfortunately, I missed some dialogue. I sensed a strong presence just beyond the river. Be careful when going there. But basically they explained that there is a place called the Seedling Haven, and sadly I missed the dialogue, as I didn't think it would be only one time. But, again, I'll meet you at Snakemouth for real this time, unless I get a golden seedling, which is very unlikely. And here we are, back at Snakemouth. It has been a while since we've been here. Ugh, this post is so boring. No one comes here now that the artifact has been found. At least that old bug that lives nearby sometimes. Okay, so for this we can just now use Kabu's ability and dig underneath, allowing us to get back here. It's been a very long time since we've been to Snakemouth, and I'm just going to show the path up, just so people know exactly where they're going, because again, it's been a while. Because if you're looking at this for a guide, for example, on how to get to this area, well, I would rather show it if I can. Anyways, we've got a seedling here. Might as well beat these, because they're just free experience at this point, to be honest. The other thing that I want to mention is now that we've completed that quest, Jen and Eri can actually show up instead of Levi or Celia, thanks to the We Owe Ya medal. So there's a chance that they will be showing up as well, and they're much more useful than Levi and Celia, because Celia unfortunately is the weakest one to show up. Anyways, we're back here. There's a dig spot here which has a dark cherry. No, it has a spicy berry. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different one. Okay, we're just going to hop straight back in here. Been a very long time since we've been in here, to be honest. I think it's been nearly 30 episodes. Ah, there they are. Okay, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you what they do. We'll do nothing. They use items. So they're actually quite useful because they can poison enemies, they can also put enemies to sleep, which means that they can't attack. They are very useful. But goodness, can't even remember the last time we entered here, as I just said, but here we are. This was even before we had Leaf on the team. Seems to be broken. Well, that's no use, is it? Okay. Let's get rid of this first, otherwise we'll have trouble with this, I forget what it's called. It's been that long. Inchias, or inches, I don't know, to be honest. Fairly high chance this will be a slightly longer episode with me having to find the microwave and the cutting back here, of course. Yeah, most of my tomorrow will probably be editing thumbnails for these, and yeah, I've realised that quite a lot of the thumbnails are not accurate, but it is an experiment and I'm trying to figure out how to do thumbnails better, if that makes sense. I feel I'm improving a lot though. I think I just need to take a screen capture of the whole screen when doing an editing, and I like doing the curved style I do rather than just making it a straight line, although that will probably change for the playthrough I do after this, depending on what it is, because I'm still deciding what it's going to be honest. There's 3 games I have in mind. I know it's definitely going to be a Nintendo game as the next playthrough, seeing as all that drama has died down a little. And my Fortune Street videos seem to be fine, but anyways, we're back here, and what we want to do is enter within here. And you can see it is very cold. There is a hole, something could fit in here. Yes, let's put in the orange horn. No, it's the peculiar gem. Neo was right. This place must hold clues to your past, Leaf. Random gibberish. Yup. Ready to go in? More random gibberish. Is that a yes? Rick? What, Rick Astley? Oi! Isn't this lasting way too long? Sorry, you're not wrong. The place is intense. Let's prepare properly. A place this well guarded must have its own set of dangers. Hopefully a treasure or two. What matters is finally finding our answers. Okay. So, I know it's a bit of an upsetting place to end it off, and I really didn't want to end it off here, but I don't really have a choice because I'm running out of time for recording. So, that is going to be it for this episode. And in the next episode of Bug Fables, we are going to enter this very, very scary place. I'm going to warn you as well, and I'll probably say it at the start of the next episode because it will be a new day when I record the next episode. Going to warn you by saying, you should probably not enter here if this is your first time playing this game until you have completed Chapter 5, as you will be severely underleveled for this next area. But next time on Bug Fables, we're going to enter this interesting area. I don't want to say what it's called because it's a spoiler for now. But see you guys then. And thank you all so much for watching.